What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make a super simple but multi-directional aircraft in Lego Fortnite. I plan on chaptering this video, so if you want to skip around to different parts of the build, feel free to do so. Now let's jump right in and start with the base of this build. The keystone of this base will be one dynamic foundation in the middle of the aircraft. Then surround this dynamic foundation with wooden foundations as shown in the video. The base does not have to look exactly like what I show here. This style just maintains a nice ratio of both compactness and walking area for you to get around your aircraft when it's in the air. All that's left after the wooden foundation step is to put thrusters on the back of the aircraft and to put a switch on the dynamic foundation to turn on those thrusters. The next step is to add the directional turning. This step is a tad more technical, but it's really not too bad. First, find the two longer ends of your base and start making stone fence boxes on those blocks. After finishing those stone fence boxes, place two wooden pillars near the middle edges of those wooden blocks. With those blocks placed, center dynamic foundations on top of the pillars. This is the point in which you're going to configure your dynamic foundations for movement while in the air. I usually just roll with 3 large thrusters in the direction that I want to go plus 1 switch, but I'm sure you can get creative with it. Once you're finished with these dynamic foundations, break the pillars. Your new directional tools should just fall right into the boxes that you have just made. And because you just broke the connecting pillar to the main build, the switches on these directional dynamic foundations should not turn on the main boosters when you're in the air. Now, before we launch this aircraft, this is the step to add anything else you want to the base. However, you need to keep in mind both weight and balance when you put extra stuff on this aircraft. Now comes the liftoff step. The minimum amount of large balloons that will get this aircraft up and running is 3. However, I recommend at least 4 for, again, weight and balance issues while you're flying in the air. But for the optimum build, I recommend going past those 4 balloons so that you're higher than a lot of objects like trees and hills. An important tip to remember while doing this step is that adding these balloons will inevitably rock and roll your aircraft as it's trying to lift into the air. So you need to be careful and make sure that your dynamic foundations that you are using for directional movement don't fall off the ship during this time. Well, if you've gotten to this step and your aircraft is up at an acceptable altitude, congratulations, you just made this super simple but multi-directional aircraft in Lego Fortnite. But before I depart, I want to give you some helpful tips and also tell you about some known glitches so that you have a thrilling rather than frustrating time with your new aircraft. Glitch number 1 is that sometimes while you're using your thrusters in the air, blocks will just be destroyed or will just plain disappear. Now, in 99% of cases in which this has happened to me, my aircraft was still totally usable, but I could understand how this glitch could be viewed as visually unpleasing. While I'm not sure how to fix this, I have some hypotheses that I'll share with you soon. Glitch 2 is very annoying. Sometimes, for absolutely no reason, your dynamic foundation and other blocks become completely unresponsive to any building on them at all. Luckily, the fix for this is very easy. All you need to do is activate that dynamic foundation and whatever is attached to it, whether it's thrusters or something else, and for some reason, this makes it so that you can build again on those blocks. I also think if you did this once before you launched your aircraft, you might be able to fix/prevent glitch 1 from ever happening while you're flying. Glitch 3 is super annoying, and I'm sorry to say that I do not have a fix for this yet, but for some reason, if you fly around on your aircraft, save your game, leave, and come back, your aircraft just will not work. It will literally just be stuck mid-air where you left it. Finally, glitch 4 is super rare, and it's not really that bad, but for some reason, your thrusters on the dynamic foundations will occasionally not thrust as hard as they usually do, giving you less movement in whichever direction that is affected. Because this glitch literally only happened to me like one time, I don't really have a fix for this one either. And that is pretty much all I have for you with this aircraft project. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching.